Welcome back to our channel, vast and warm enough to envelop all of you. We are back for our viewers with a new exciting and energizing video. Cape Town was at first settled as a flexible station for Dutch East Indies boats traveled east. It holds a pleasant area on the South African coast, offering shocking cove and sea views with Table Mountain as a beautiful setting. It is viewed as one of Africa's most mainstream vacationer locations because of its exceptional landscape, mellow atmosphere, and great traveler offices. Set enchantingly among mountains and the ocean, Cape Town parades its everyday beauty with satisfaction. Investigate the best activities in the mother city of South Africa with our rundown of the top vacation destinations in Cape Town. We are going to enumerate the top 10 places loved by tourists in Cape Town, Africa. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to update the latest and refreshing videos. Number 10 is Muizenberg Beach. Muizenberg Beach is a seaside suburb of Cape Town. The sandy seashore isn't exceptionally long, however the water is hotter to swim in than other Cape beaches. In any case, the greatest fascination yet, perhaps the waves that make it well known with surfers, is the place surfing started in South Africa. Muizenberg Beach is a great spot to gain proficiency with this water sport, with exercises promptly accessible. The territory fell into deterioration in the late 20th century, yet is presently pulling itself back up to its previous magnificence. Non-seashore attractions incorporate the house that Cecil Rhodes constructed and where he passed on in 1902. Number 9 is Castle of Good Hope. The Castle of Good Hope, molded like a pentagon, is the most established colonial building in South Africa. The Dutch East India Company began developing it in 1666 to recharge supplies for ships. Its door configuration incorporates the layers of a few Dutch urban areas' arms. Today is a Cape Army base and home to the Castle Military Museum and the Isiko Museums of Cape Town. The Military Museum tells the Cape history, while the Isiko Museum shows verifiable artworks and old-fashioned furnishings known as the William Fair Collection. Number 8 is Kirstenbosch. The Kirstenbosch National Botanic Gardens, set up in 1913, is one of the world's great greenhouses and was the first to focus on a nation's local plants. Kirstenbosch highlights plants from the Cape Territory as well as from all throughout southern Africa. The nursery is set against the scenery of Table Mountain, which offers guests some pretty stunning views. Explorers may appreciate a stroll on the path that begins in the nursery and prompts the head of Table Mountain. Kirstenbosch is the most renowned of 9 public greenhouses in South Africa. Number 7 is Cape Point. Dynamite landscape is a brilliant motivation to visit Cape Point, situated at the Cape Peninsula's finish. Under 65 kilometers, 40 miles from Cape Town, Cape Point is mostly pleasant with high rocks and staggering sea views. Part of the Table Mountain National Park, Cape Point is home to around 250 types of feathered creatures, mandrills, and zebra. Its vast assortment of vegetation helps make Cape Point a picture-taker's heaven. Guests pick a precarious way or take a funicular to the beacon on the rocks. Number 6 is Clifton Beach. About 6 kilometers from the city center, the beaches of Camps Bay and Clifton lure the buff, the blonde, and the beautiful, as well as the big bucks. At Clifton, Cape Town's Saint-Tropez, some of the city's priciest real estate overlooks 4 gleaming white sand beaches flanked by smooth granite boulders and washed by sparkling but crisp blue seas. Cape Town has the absolute best city seashores on the planet to offer. Clifton Beach is, without a doubt, the trendiest of all and is arranged on the West Atlantic side, just a little ways from the downtown area. Clifton is a progression of 4 seashores isolated by a stretch of rock stones. All the seashores have practically pure white sand and offer excellent perspectives and nightfalls. Tragically, however, the water looks blue and engaging. It is, indeed, in every case, crisp, averaging around 12 to 16 degrees Celsius and just endurable on a sweltering summer day. Number 5 is Bo-kaap. Gently rolling streets lined with brightly colored houses greet visitors in the Cape Malay, commonly referred to as Bo-kaap, neighborhood. Located in the heart of the city at the foot of Signal Hill, this vibrant area is home to Cape Town's Muslim community, consisting of those who have descended from the Cape Malays, slaves brought by Dutch settlers from Indonesia, Malaysia, and other African countries. The residents are passionate about preserving their history and the buildings, and visitors often see signs stating, "This heritage site is under threat," in an attempt to discourage gentrification. Bo-kaap, otherwise called the Malay Quarter, is a brilliant neighborhood, not a long way from focal Cape Town. Its brilliantly painted, interestingly styled houses, some going back to the 18th century, and cobblestone roads make extraordinary photograph operations for guests. Bo-kaap is a multicultural territory, home to Muslim mosques and hallowed places, and the Bo-kaap Museum that features early Muslims' lives in the zone. The exhibition hall additionally includes 19th century goods found in Cape Town homes of that time. Past guests express the ideal approach to investigate Bo-kaap is walking. Number 4 is Victoria and Alfred Waterfront. Stretching around 2 harbor basins, the Victoria and Alfred Waterfront is a buzzing entertainment quarter reminiscent of Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. Once a scruffy fishing harbor, this reimagined waterfront district is now one of the city's top tourist attractions, and many of the old buildings have been preserved and restored. Millions of visitors a year flock here to the shops, jazz venues, restaurants, hotels, theaters, drama school, cinemas, and museums. The Victoria and Alfred Waterfront is viewed as one of South Africa's most mainstream attractions, with its staggering perspectives on the Atlantic Ocean, Table Bay, and Table Mountain. Named for the British Queen Victoria and her most youthful child Alfred, who tipped the foremost stones for the barrier, thinking back to the 1860s, today's present memorable waterfront flaunts different shops and cafes and nightlife. The harbor is home to the craftsmanship exhibitions, an aquarium, a venue with live amusement that is usually free, and a boat gallery, among different attractions. Number 3 is Boulders Beach Penguin Colony. There aren't many such spots on the planet where one can stroll on the seashore, sunbathe, or swim with penguins as mates. However, Boulders Beach is one of them. 2 penguins chose this seashore, an hour's drive from Cape Town, in 1982. Presently, more than 2,000 penguins call this seashore home, in some cases named ass penguins because their trills sound more like a jackass's whinny than a fledgling tweet. The Penguin Zone's way is wheel seat available and permits guests to get inside a couple of feet of the penguins. While the penguins are utilized to people, guests should look, however not contact them, as they may nibble on the off chance that they get frightened. Number 2 is Robben Island. For nearly 400 years, Robben Island in Table Bay was a brutal prison where Nelson Mandela spent 18 years in a tiny cell during the apartheid era. Today, the island is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a must-see attraction for anyone interested in South African history. Tours to the island begin with multimedia exhibits in the museum at the Nelson Mandela Getaway on the Victoria and Alfred Waterfront before travelers board vessels to the island. The boat trip takes about 30 minutes to an hour depending on weather conditions and can be rough during big swells. Found only off the bank of Cape Town, Robben Island isn't a spot to go to if guests search for just a decent time. For more than 3 centuries, Robben Island was utilized as an army installation, a clinic for socially unsatisfactory disorders such as outsiders, and a jail for political detainees. Its most acclaimed detainee was, without a doubt, Nelson Mandela, who was detained here for a very long time. He became the leader of South Africa following his delivery. Today, Robben Island is one of the most mainstream vacation spots in Cape Town and can be reached by ship from the V&A waterfront. Number 1 is Table Mountain. Arranged inside a public park, arriving at the zenith of Table Mountain is an exciting encounter that offers sensational Fowl's Eye Sea seating above the city of Cape Town, Robben Island toward the north, and the Atlantic seaboard towards the west and south. Cresting at 1,086 meters, 3,563 feet, the top can undoubtedly be reached through a straightforward cableway. Each Rotair vehicle highlights rotating floors, permitting travelers to appreciate 360 degrees Cs during the trip to the top. The park protects an astounding diversity of plants and more than 1,470 flower species, the planet's richest floral kingdom, as well as animals such as cute snub-nosed daisies, rock hyraxes, caracals, and baboons. Within the park, Devil's Peak flanks the mountain on the east and Lion's Head on the west, while the crags known as the 12 Apostles loom over the beach resorts on the Atlantic coast. Expectation you preferred our present video, which was exciting and energizing. On the off chance that you folks feel we have not referenced any of the royal relatives on our rundown, you can utilize your remark segment to tell us all. We made an honest effort to state the overall gains, ways of life, family, and the apparent multitude of affluent rulers. Expectation you will like our video.